Alright, there we go. Let me get this out of my face. Thank you, and good evening. I'm so incredibly honored to stand up here and add some closure to our high school journey as we transition from Walter Williams High School to the next step in our lives. As we are all here together one last time, I want to reflect upon the past 4 years, how we got to this very moment, what's next. Class of 2019, we crossed the finish line. Some dreamt of this day since they arrived on campus on August 25th, 2015. Others, like myself, are confused as to how freshman year feels like a distant past at the very same time began last week. Before I go any further, I believe that two very special groups of people deserve their own round of applause. And the first is a little bit more important. If you plan to serve our nation in the armed forces, please stand and be recognized. Something truly admirable that not many people have the will or toughness to do. Thank you for your future service and dedication to the United States of America so that everyone in attendance and millions of others can live and enjoy the wonders that this country has to offer. And to our basketball team, please stand. Excitement to our senior year. It was a pleasure losing my voice and wearing tank top jerseys that I'm probably a bit too skinny to wear to all of your games this season. I could call out other groups that have done wonderful things, but I'd be standing up here all evening, so I just had to get those two in. I walked into Williams as a little guy, and I was standing at 5'7" with glasses and a crooked haircut, and I guess it doesn't look like all that much has changed. That first day was nerve-wracking, but exciting, and I'm assuming that I was not the only one that felt this way. We looked calm on the outside, but really, our world was spinning. Everything was new, and we felt young and somewhat out of place, just trying to skirt around the bigger kids on our way to class. High school excited us because of the new opportunities that were present at this level, whether it was in athletics, more interesting classes, or new people. The year could be called hazy, but we knew much more light ahead, just not exactly how things would turn out. College or employment ambitions were faint desires that would take a lot of time to develop. In short, the year was not necessarily traumatic, but there were 1,000 adjectives that could be used to describe this time in our lives. Of course, our sophomore and junior years were filled with a lot of the classic high school experiences that made our journey so special. Those 2 years were also filled with many mistakes, some of which still occur to this day. Now, as I was preparing for this speech, I watched a couple of YouTube videos titled Best Valedictorian Speech Ever, and none of them talked about this topic much, and I'm going to dive into it anyways. It is estimated that human adults make around 35,000 conscious decisions every day. A fair amount of our time in high school was spent under the age of 18, so we can make that number a bit smaller, but it's just a ballpark. So, 35,000, and we are all humans, and you can see where I'm going with this. We are going to make mistakes, and those mistakes will lead to failure. We all have failed many, many times, but none of those failures held us back from walking across this very stage tonight. One key mistake I have made is not thanking people accordingly. Oftentimes, I have taken for granted some of the large sacrifices made by my parents, teachers, and others I know in the community. I think we can all strive to adopt an attitude of gratitude. I've read people that are more thankful with longer and happier lives. We are young and we have time to make personal adjustments so we can all lead better lives from here on out. See, our mistakes are valuable. They give us something to work off of and something to work on. They make us think smarter and teach us a lot. Mistakes can be a real agent for change and personal advancement. Our 4 years at Williams have been a relatively good and safe time to make mistakes. Hopefully we had family, friends, and teachers to fall back on. The class of 2019 has been given a wonderful foundation or launch pad where our future ambitions and goals can now take flight. Everything we've done in the past 4 years accumulated to where we are right now. The final box we're about to check on our senior year of high school. I really wish I could share some life-altering career advice that ensures all of us are working our dream jobs or doing something that makes us truly happy 10 years from today. But I simply can't. For now, many of us graduates know that the next step features college, employment, the military, or a gap year. We can't see too far past that first step, and that might make us feel pretty apprehensive for what's to come. But the fact is, we're about to experience one of the biggest changes in our lives. Such a change is a little bit scary, and even though we've accomplished so much past 2019, it feels like we are back into the summer, leading into our freshman year. A mixture of nerves and excitement, ready to do this all over again. But this time, we have 4 years of success and valuable failures under our belts. We are nervous, but excited for the future. We will face a lot of new places, new faces, new challenges. As we made mistakes and failed, we had some pretty important people help us along the way, in and around the school. Williams is a great place, and it's not necessarily great because of its modern architecture or a massive front lawn that doesn't really seem to have a practical use. It is great because the people we've become close with and the community we've built both in and outside of these walls. Behind every one of us graduates, there are people that helped us along the way. Parents, family members, friends. People that have devoted the past 18 years of their lives to me. My own parents have done that for me, and I can never thank them enough for it. And yes, this does include Mom packing my lunch until an age that is much older than I would like to admit. Both of my parents still are and always will be my mentors, ultimate source of knowledge, and biggest fans. Also, Amelia, thank you for always supporting me and giving me advice even when I don't ask for it. And just because I won't be here next year does not mean I do not still advise on you. I love you all very much and cannot thank you enough for everything. Along with our loved ones, behind every one of us graduates, there's a friend who we've caught up late at night and rode around Burlington with for hours talking about all the important stuff high schoolers worry about, like relationship advice, shoes, and college basketball. Y'all know me. In the past few months, I've realized that we have been approaching a change. Our childhood is ending, and that's all right. We've all had some wonderful memories. Thankfully, as we leave our life at home behind, everything we have done in the past 18 years is not lost. Our closest high school friends will stay with us, and they are more than people that just simply make us laugh. We grew up together. We experienced some of the first meaningful things in life with each other. No matter how far you separate from them in the future, you will always share a bond, and we will continue to lean on them in future years. Friends are especially valuable because they are able to understand the complexity of a situation in a way that family and teachers can't always. But there is also a teacher who not only cared about your grades in the school, your college application letters, or simply just your ability to keep quiet in class, but your life. Personally, as I look back, a few educators have stood out to me and had a special impact on my time in high school. My mom's a teacher, so I've always admired what teachers do and how important and challenging a job you educators have. Ms. Farber, she pushed me to develop my leadership skills through some extracurricular opportunities that I'm very thankful for. There are quite a few opportunities that opened up for me and others due to your devotion and time to students outside of the classroom. Ms. Allen, she washed away any thought of me slacking off my senior year while deepening my understanding in mathematics, which at the time I was not thrilled about, but I really appreciate now. But on my first day at Williams, I met somebody who some of you may be familiar with, named Mr. Freeman. He not only guided us as we looked at the rise and fall of societies and civilizations, he helped us explore questions like what it means to be human, and helped explain his concept of community and life to us. We've been blessed to have a free and safe learning environment here at Williams High School, with wonderful people, and such a learning environment is just not a reality for children all across this world. And at the end of every day, we were always able to think, hey, at least we don't have to go to Western. We spent the past 4 years finding our place or role in Burlington, finding our community and the people with whom we build our community. If you're still searching, then I hope you find a sense of belonging and inclusivity in life. As we go our separate ways, let's remember what we value, whether it's in a place, a person, an idea, or an organization. We all have dreams, we all have the right to chase them, but they don't necessarily have to change the lives of millions, include a successful career in the NBA, or save the world. As we do explore different paths, opportunities, and dreams, just allow the search to bring you joy and bring you happiness. We all lack a true roadmap for the future right now, but we will use this sense of community we've established here to guide us as we build upon the foundation which has finally been completed here tonight. Bulldogs, the future is exciting and tomorrow is bright. I wish you all the best on your journeys. Thank you, Walter Williams High School, for everything you have given us and will continue to give to future generations of students. Good night, and God bless you all.